to send us your absolute best genius work. And we absolutely love to hear it as well, so thank you in advance. Now, last week we played you part one of the Memoirs of a Magician. Adam Hudson is from Dalton, and he's been a magician for 20 odd years. And he's obviously got some great stories to tell. So we thought we'd play another one of his memoirs. And, well, this week's is just maybe a smidge saucy.
Memoirs of a Magician. I had been asked to perform some of my magic in Kirby Kendall's school, and as my show didn't commence until mid-afternoon, I decided to travel by bus. I boarded the Barrow to Kendal Express, that at the time was numbered as X35. The bus was quiet, so I had no problem getting a seat downstairs, where I settled down for a pleasant, stress-free journey. My eyes loosely scanned the bus's interior, finally coming to rest on the plastic tray that housed the timetables for regular customers to take away. The booklets were rather chaotic, as if somebody had taken one in haste as the bus screeched to a halt at their chosen destination. The frantic mess, however, soon wasn't my main focus. As printed on the front brochure was the word sex. This instantly created a sense of bemusement and intrigue, as I had no prior recollection of stagecoach peddling pornographic material. Closer examination allowed me to see that the booklet had been inserted upside down, and closer inspection still revealed that the bus's very number of X35, when inverted, strangely spelt this sensuous word. Lots of questions now flooded my mind. Was this an honest mistake? Was this a council member having a little fun? Or was this in fact the Illuminati trying to create a baby boom in Barrow-in-Furness? These thoughts continued to plague me for the rest of my journey, and thinking that sharing my findings with the only other passenger, an elderly lady sucking a barley sugar, really didn't seem appropriate in our current social climate. So instead I texted my good friend with my recently learned revelations. My day continued as planned, and it wasn't until I met with my friend at a later date that he reminded me of the text he had received from me. However, he misquoted and claimed that I had informed him that X35 said sex in a mirror. No, I corrected. It says sex upside down, quickly realising that X32 would create the desired word in a mirror, and further to this I was now overwhelmed with urge to find this illustrious X32, if it did indeed exist. It was on my way to Lakeside, where I had been booked to perform, that I noticed a small minibus that carried passengers between various museums in the Lake District. I was taken aback, as this was labelled as X32M, which not only met the desired criteria, but actually read as sex when observed in the car's rearview mirror. I delighted at my discoveries and eased comfortably into my chair with a real sense of achievement, rivalled I can only presume by such folk as Neil Armstrong or Scott of the Antarctic, and I think that finally I am at peace when using public transport.
Well, I never. That's Adam Hudson from Dalton with his Memoirs of a Magician. Never look at that bus service the same again now, will you? No. To get your stuff